and welcome back to the Lowe's shop class. Now, in the first video of this series, I made the two sides for our entertaining cart, so we'll just continue right on this time and make the bottom shelf and the top. But before we do, let's look at our plans again. As you can see, the bottom is made of 2 base rails, 2 cleats, 13 slats, and 2 pieces of aluminum edging. So I'll start by cutting my slats, rails, and cleats to length on the miter saw. Then the cleats get pocket holes drilled in them, and so do the rails. And this allows the cleats to attach to the rails, and the rails to attach to the side assemblies we made last time. All right, now let's align everything. If you look at your plans, you'll see that the tops of the slats sit flush with the tops of the end rails, which means that we have to offset our cleats by the thickness of a slat. So to do that, we're going to build our bottom shelf upside down. We'll use our slats as spacers, put the cleat on top, and bring in the end rail. Once we've done that, we'll line everything up, put glue on the ends of the cleats, and attach them together using pocket hole screws. All right, now we have the frame for our shelf, so I can attach the slats. There are 13 slats in all, and each one of them is attached to the cleats using 4 screws. So I'll start by countersinking 2 holes in each end of each slat. Then I'll use this 5/16 drill bit as a spacer and align them. Using the existing holes, I'll drill pilot holes into the cleats. Now, I'm going to use stainless steel screws to attach the slats to the cleats because it's an outdoor piece of furniture, but I'll start by using normal screws. And I'll remove them and put the stainless steel screws in. Because stainless steel is a softer metal, I can avoid stripping the heads that way, and the screws will go in easier. All right, and that's our bottom shelf. Now, I'll hold off on the aluminum edging for now. We'll move on to the top. Our top consists of 2 sections. One has these supports for the tiles we'll add later, and the other section makes these nice dividers to hold tall bottles. So we have 3 tile supports, 5 bottle dividers, and 3 rails. And I'll start by cutting all of those on the miter saw. So let's start by assembling the bottle divider end first. We'll take our 2 rails and I'll put our bottle dividers in between, and I'll use a piece of scrap to give me a 1/2-inch gap between the dividers and the top. Then I'll mark the position, spread my glue, clamp it, and attach them together using pocket hole screws. Then we move on to the tile supports and that last rail. We'll use that same piece of scrap to give us that correct space, mark it, spread glue, clamp, and screw. The bottom shelf has aluminum edging on it, and so do the rails on the top section. So we'll start by measuring the rails and then cutting the aluminum to length on the miter saw. And when you cut the stuff, it can have sharp edges, so wear gloves and, of course, always wear eye and ear protection. And here's a little tip. Put a piece of wood inside your edging when you cut it to keep it from bending. I'm going to drill a series of holes in the aluminum, position it into place, and then using this self-centering bit, drill pilot holes. Then I can attach all the edging with screws. All right, and those are most of our pieces. We've got the 2 sides that we made in our last video, our bottom shelf and our top, both with aluminum edging attached. So join me next time when we start to put it all together. I'll see you then.